What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Camaro, and today I'm bringing you another install guide for the blade spoiler for the 2016-2017 Camaro LT. Now, for you guys out there who are wondering if this fits an SS, it can go on an SS, but your trunk, it won't cover all of the holes from your stanchion spoiler. So either you got to do some body work or potentially swap trunks with another Camaro LT, who I'm sure would love to have your stanchion spoiler. So you can go down that road. But let's check it out. So what's in the box? Obviously, you get the main part of the blade spoiler. That part sits on the main part of your trunk here. Then you get the two end caps, so left and right, unlike Greg's. Then you get the, couple new bolts and some new plastic clips that are going to mount into the car. And that's about it. Oh wait, sorry, forgot. And the template. So there is a template that GM gives you. So you literally can't mess this up. And if you do, you're a noob. And because I said that, I'm probably gonna mess it up. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's everything that's in the box. Okay, so one of the first steps is we need to remove this bad boy. Now, there's plenty of ways to do it, but there is a few things that you have to do. One, gotta open the trunk. So once you open the trunk, there's gonna be a couple of mounts. So there's bolts that are here, and then the same on the other side right here. And then we do have to take off this cover. So you will need a body tool or just two screwdrivers work, either which one you like. But I use a tool like this. Okay, so we have all the clips pulled off. Now there is a plastic cover here that typically will slide off. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but once you get it started, it pulls off. Stay. And then this just comes right off. Quick, and you will take off these bolts. Now that we have the bolts off, at this point it's closing the trunk and being very gentle and ripping off the spoiler. So this thing does... So this doesn't really have a lot to grip onto. So what I'm going to use, you can use dental floss or you can use string, whatever you have access to. And we'll use this to actually break the adhesive seal on these. Because I'm not a manly man, I'm going to put some gloves on. Because the string will cut your fingers with how hard I'm pulling on it. Ooh. There it goes. Okay guys, so pulling off the stock spoiler on this car is not easy. Like, my hands are literally shaking right now from how much pressure I had to put on there. Now, it will come off. So the problem is here in the center, there is 3 spots that are plastic clips that are in there. Now, if you have long enough pliers, you can reach in from the underside and potentially unclip these. But I brute forced it. So they came off, but that's where the hard part is. Again, there's a bolt holding it here. There's one there and one there. You have 3 bolts there and 3 bolts right here. Now, one of the fun parts is just to point this out, because yours might have it as well. Adrian's paint from factory was chipping off on the corners where the blade spoiler was touching. You can see it over there too. Not happy. There's the old one on the floor. But we'll get this all cleaned up, and the new spoiler has new tape on it already, so we don't need to try to save any of the old, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so one of the hardest parts is going to be getting all of this old tape off. It does come off. You can use a chemical if you want. I don't like doing harsh, but if you just push on it a little bit, it will come off. And then I just use like an alcohol-based cleaner to get the residue off. So here we go. So the second hardest part, again, cleaning off all this stuff, but because Adrian in all of his wisdom was rubbing up against the back of the truck, he scratched it a little bit. So I'm gonna do a little polish job on this and make it look perfect. Am I hired?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've taken all the junk off of the deck, the trunk. It's good to go. We're ready to put the new spoiler on, so we'll go ahead and start doing that. Let's get the template out and we'll go from there. I don't even need the template. This is for drilling holes. Okay, so they're gonna provide you a couple of these clips. From what I could tell, you only need one, and that's in the center place. These don't go in any of the other holes. And on top of that, the two clips that are on the spoiler are already on the spoiler, so it looks like it was like an automated thing and they just threw a whole bunch in the package. This is where I need someone's help. Because once this sticks, it's stuck. So make sure it doesn't touch the car. You got it? Line up. You can drop it just enough to where to verify. Is it in?
Yep.
You need me to grab something, Matt?
Mm-hmm. How much offset do we have on that side from the trunk edge?
Barely any.
Great, can you come over here real quick? Just hold that like that. Just put your finger on there so it doesn't touch the car. You got it?
Like little, like very,
It's alright.
very
That's
little.
actually good. Okay, got it? Step one, done. So just lining that up is obviously super important. But looking at both edges and then the center part here, just making sure it all lines up and you have good gaps, you know you're good. Now when you install these bad boys, you do not want them flush right up against your spoiler. And the reason for that is you don't want to chip it when you slam your trunk down. So you do want a slight gap. Just keep that in mind. Did I do okay?
Yes, very good.
You approve?
I do. Thank you very
You're
much.
not going to drive away and be like, screw that guy. So you guys have it. It was a task pulling that stock spoiler off. It was a beast. But if you're willing to get past that, clean it all up, get it on there, you're good to go. This install, I would say, is probably a 7 out of 10 for those of you guys who are novice. I know a lot of people get a little nervous yanking and pulling parts off your car. Those 3 plastic clips, actually the center clip was easy. It's the 2 outside edge clips that were a little awkward. But outside of that, pretty easy install. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this install guide, hit that subscribe button. Tons more coming. If not, likes, comments, shares are also appreciated. But until next time, I'll see you on the road.